Coomera for your contribution,
Mr. Speaker, I
please.
rise to make a positive contribution to this debate. Unlike those opposite, let's set the scene, though. On the 19th of May 2017, the Leader of the Opposition wrote to the Prime Minister and said the Liberal National Party will fight to ensure Queensland gets our fair share of GST. Queenslanders have lost billions of dollars over the years to other states who have chosen not to develop their coal and gas resources. Queenslanders deserve a fair go. There are two key aspects to equalisation: the budget or fiscal outcome of the states and the standard of infrastructure and service a state provides and its revenue capacity to meet this level of service provision. So, for instance, the last CGC update, Queensland was assessed as having a weaker fiscal capacity due to the deterioration in revenue-raising capacity across most revenue bases. So, the reduced fiscal capacity meant Queensland's share of the GST was increased. Earned less, got more GST. But we earned a lot less to get more GST. That's how it works, but it's not how we should be thinking. Now, having said that, let's face it, this debate really is about distracting attention away from the government's failures, distracting attention from the government's cozying up to the unions because of the millions of dollars they contribute to the Labor Party. Labor is desperate to divert attention away from their failures by trying to pick a fight over an issue they've been silent on. As I said, the Leader of the Opposition wrote to the Prime Minister in May in relation to this Productivity Commission review. That letter put forward our position that the way that mining revenue is calculated should be amended. The current distribution formula penalises states that efficiently develop their resources with royalties from gas, coal and other resource types equalised away through the reduced GST payments. This government is following their lead. But it shouldn't be. We should be bringing every pressure to bear on other state governments, not following them. If only this government could manage its finances. This is about this government doing more to improve our productivity. Not less, not making less money like the bloke who doesn't want to earn an income because it would have an effect on an increase in his rent of his social housing, of his state housing. We need to be earning more money, increasing our productivity. For this state to prosper, we need to create jobs and properly manage our finances. Give families a hand up by taking action on cost of living pressures. Give them an opportunity to prosper. Stop looking at the other states and being jealous of what they're getting. Start doing what we need to do. Build the roads we need to get our productivity up, the bridges to get our people to work and home in less time so that they can spend more time with families. Focus on our strengths and diversify our economy, tourism, agriculture, resources. Get construction going again. Focus on education, science and technology. If we do this, our percentage share of GST, if we increase our revenues, our percentage share of GST may drop. But that's what horizontal fiscal equalisation is about. It's been increasing and falling over the years. But as the Shadow Treasurer said, we absolutely support the concept of HFE in the allocation of GST funds. We reject any changes that would unfairly disadvantage Queensland. Remember, though, this motion is nothing but a political stunt, Mr Speaker, and we have to remember that what we've seen in this government's time, 2.5 coming up to 3 years, under Labor, power prices have hit record highs. Under Labor, Queensland's energy security has been put at risk, and Queenslanders are now being told to sweat through summer to avoid blackouts. That's what your legacy is for Queensland in 2017. Under Labor, Queenslanders are being hit with higher taxes as Labor struggles to keep a lid on its expenses. So instead of focusing on increasing productivity, instead of doing the things that we need to do to have the people of Queensland get out there and make a bigger dollar, generating more revenue for Queensland, building the things that we have to build, this government has been focused on the GST, the money that we're going to get from the GST, as opposed to the money that we should be able to generate through increases in our economy. This is nothing more than Labor trying to pick a fight with someone else to hide their own shortcomings. Queenslanders see through it and see through this government for what it is.
Time's expired. Thank you.